They have identified so much with that limiting belief that they believe that there is no solution. Have you ever had someone come up to you with a problem and you try to give them solutions on how to fix that problem and how to think into solutions, but all that person does is argue for their limitations? They give you a bunch of reasons why it will never work for them because they tried everything in the whole wide world and nothing worked. So they're stuck and they believe that that's how they're supposed to be forever because they cannot control it. They are so fixated on one specific story, the story of the things that they've been through that allow them to think like this, and they believe that there are so many blockages in the way from allowing them to move forward. They have identified so much with that limiting belief that they believe that there is no solution. Their limiting belief becomes such a blind spot, such a blockage, that they are not even able to see the solution. They are not even able to see how they can create their new story, how they can actually develop a new story, because everything is in your mind. Okay, everything is in your mind and you can control your mind. I had someone who once told me, yeah, there's certain things that you cannot control, especially when it comes to your mind, because it's coming to your mind, because it's about your mind. That's the reason why you can control it. You can decide what you think about. You can decide how to release certain thoughts. You can decide that. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be easy. It's gonna take some work, but you can change that story. Do not hold on to things like, oh, it's been in my lineage from lifetimes. I've seen so many people that have the same issue and they just can't control it. No, that's you arguing for your limiting belief. That's you arguing that this is part of you and you cannot change it. But you can change everything that is within you. You have the power to do that. So stop holding on to stories that do not serve you. Focus on stories that are going to manifest your desired reality. Focus on stories that are going to allow you to see a new perspective. So instead of holding on to that identity, holding on to that story, what if your story was, everything works out for me? Everything happens for me and not to me. Everything that happened in my physical reality was a way for me to grow, a way for me to understand myself more. What if you see it in that way, so that you can learn from everything that conspired, everything that happened, instead of seeing it as something that happened to you? Instead of taking up the role of being a victim, why not take the role of being a student of your own life, a student of your own mind, a student who actually is discovering how their personal mind works and how they can control and shift to different perspectives, different realities, and create their own story. So are you gonna stick to that old story that is a story where nothing works out for you, a story where you're constantly in the victim mode, or are you going to create your own story? A story where things work out for you, a story where life treats you good, a story where you open the right doors at the right time, a story where you're at the right place at the right time with the right people, a story that is always in your own benefit. You can create that story today.